So just as something to repeat, ne? Remember, Lerato took out the loan, and then now let's take it as a he or as a she needs to pay the loan within by using 238 equal monthly payments. But now Lerato started paying 3 months after the loan was granted, meaning Lerato started to pay here, right? What we know is that when we're using the present value formula, 1 month gap is allowed before you can start making a payment. But now Lerato, she didn't make a payment on T1, she didn't make a payment on T2, so these two are called the missed payments. She only started paying on T3. So what are we going to do, or what is going to happen? The bank is not going to arrest her. Instead, the bank is just going to grow the loan. So now we're going to have the new value of the loan. You understand? We're going to have the new value of the loan. So that new value, so it's the new value of the loan. So instead of us saying we borrowed Lerato 100,000, we are now going to increase that 100,000 by the amount of months she missed. So we say the new value of the loan is going to be A is equals to P into 1 plus I to the power n. You increase it using this formula. This is the formula you use to increase the original loan. So we say the original loan was 100,000 again, and then the interest is 0.18 over 12. You increase it over 2 months. Why? Because there were 2 missed payments. Payments. Now if you put it in your calculator there, the new loan, the new value of the loan is going to be how much? 103,000 022,5. This is the new loan. This is what Lerato now owes us. So still, remember, Lerato has to settle the loan by means of 238 payments. Lerato still has to make 238 payments to settle the loan. So now we can use that to calculate how much should be the installments. And understand the following, guys. I want to do this question in this way. So if we say P is equals to X into 1 minus 1 plus I to the power negative n, we can calculate there. So the loan right now is 103,022,5. In 103,022,5. We don't know how much are the installments. Let's take this a bit down. We don't know how much should be the installments, but we know the interest is 0.18 over 12. How many payments must she make? Remember, she must make 238 payments to settle the loan. She must make 238 payments. She must still make them. Then guys, we can solve for x. Now if we solve for x there, your answer is going to be 1,591.35. This will be the monthly payments. That's how much you'll be paying per month. And what has her missing payments, how has it affected this loan? The loan has increased, which means the monthly payments also have increased, because she must still settle the loan within the agreed number of payments. So the monthly payments have increased. I think that was a question. Let's see. Sir, please explain again. Okay. So what we're saying here, right, is that Lerato, right, took out a loan of 100,000 to buy a car. But the loan agreement said that this loan has to be repaid by means of 238 equal monthly payments. That's what the agreement was, at an interest rate of 18% per annum compounded monthly, starting 3 months after the loan is granted. Starting 3 months after the loan is granted. Yes, we agreed with Lerato that Lerato will start 3 months after the loan is granted. Because probably it's Lerato who said, I can only afford to start paying 3 months after the loan is granted. You see, it's probably because of Lerato. It's not really the bank that will decide that. Or just like when you buy a sofa and then you say you're gonna buy, I get you know what these companies will do. They will tell you that take this sofa right now. You start paying 3 months after you have taken it. And that's what they usually like to say. That is a scam there. You must understand, it's a scam. Why am I saying it's a scam? Because already they want you to miss 2 payments. If you had started to pay it a month after, then you wouldn't have any if you had started to pay it a month after, then they wouldn't have increased them. Your monthly installments wouldn't have to be high. But they tell you that you can just take this iPhone, don't worry, you start paying it after 6 months. Then when you are happy, so I'm gonna be using it for 6 months for free. Nothing is for free, ne? For those, if you start paying after this 6th month, it means you have missed 5 payments, and the loan is gonna increase for those 5 payments, for those 5 months. The loan is gonna increase. If you saw that iPhone is 15,000, then maybe now you are paying that iPhone as like maybe 17,000, because you did not start to pay it after the allowed gap. So similarly, that's what happened here. They scammed Lerato. They told her you can start paying 3 months after, right? Then Lerato was like, poor Lerato, you see what she did? She started paying on T3, not knowing that they only allow 1 month gap, and then you must start paying on T1. So because she didn't pay on T1, she didn't pay on T2, those are her missed payments. And that means the loan is going to increase from 100,000 now for the car. That car is now going to be 103,022.5. So you grow it using this formula there. You use 2 as the number of missed payments, and then you grow the loan. After you have the new value of the loan, now you can then use that new value here to calculate the monthly installments. Remember, even though Lerato started 3 months after, she still had to cover the loan in 238 months. So because she still have to cover it in 238 months, these are her monthly installments. If you can do this, if you can use 100,000 instead of this one, the increased one, if you can use 100,000 and say 1 minus 1 plus 0.18 over 12 to the power of negative 238, and then divided by 0.18 over 12. If you use this formula and calculate using 100,000, the x you're gonna get here, you will see that it is smaller than the x that is here, which means if she had not missed any payments and the loan had not grown, she would have been paying lesser monthly installments. But because she decided to let the loan grow, she's gonna pay higher monthly installments. So these are called increased monthly installments. Increased monthly installments. And why do we call them increased monthly installments? Because you could have been paying less if the loan had not increased. Now, for some people, they might say, instead of paying it with the 238 payments that were agreed, ne? You can still say, but I want to keep on paying the same amount that I could have been paying here. Then if you do that, that means you're gonna increase the time you're gonna take to complete the loan. You see, so there are questions also like that. But I hope that we understand what happens when you miss payments, ne? That is the punishment there. You increase the loan. Simple as that. Sorry. Let's look at this one here. Still, this guy missed some payments. Check what it says. Okay. Ran out of space there. Let me zoom in, zoom. Yeah, I can use this space here. Here is a loan of 50,000, ne? Is repaid over a period of 5 years from the time the loan is granted, from the time the loan is taken, by equal monthly payments of that compounded monthly. If payments start 6 months after the loan is granted, what monthly payments are required to repay the loan? Right? So let's understand that it is 6 months after. T0, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6, and then until T whatever, it should be 60. And it's 60 months in total. Now this person here, he paid 6 months after. Remember, this is 6 months after means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Meaning the person started to pay here. They missed a lot of payments, but what do? You say this is the allowed gap here. Allowed gap. That's your allowed gap. And then the person, now listen to what I'm saying. The person was supposed to start paying here, but they didn't. And here they were supposed to pay. They didn't. 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 So how many payments did they miss? They missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 payments. 5 missed payments. So you must grow the loan. The new loan is gonna be A into P1 plus, A is equals to P into 1 plus I to the power of N. The old loan was 50,000. The interest was 0.058 over 12. You increase it over the 5 missed payments. Then what are you gonna get? You get 51,220, 0.07. This is the new loan. Then you use this new loan to get the new monthly installments. Because if the person had decided to not miss the payments, the monthly installments they would pay, they're actually lesser compared to what they are now going to be paying. So you use P is equals to X into 1 minus 1 plus I to the power negative N, all divided by I. The new loan is 51,220,07. You are looking for the monthly repayments, and then the interest is 0.058 over 12 to the power negative 60, because it's 60 payments that have to be. No, wait. What do we use as here, guys? What do we use as our N? Can you type for me there? What do you think is N? Is it 60? Is it 59? Is it 54? Is it 55? Please type for me there. What do you think is the number of payments? by using your understanding of what is n. Talk to me, guys. What do you think is n? You can even say 55, 55, okay. Okay, I see 55. Right, guys, that is correct. Indeed, it's 55. Indeed, it's going to be 55 here. Now, you might wonder or ask yourself, why is it going to be 55? Well, the way we understand it is that the person is here. The person is here. So, and that's where he started to pay. So if we check from here to there, guys, it's going to be 55 payments that are left. But a way to understand it is that you say your n is going to be the total period, total original period, minus the missed payments. Total period minus the missed payments. Then it's gonna give you your n. If you can just remember this, you'll be okay. This one, then you'll be fine. Minus the missed payments, okay? So those missed payments is like we count them as being paid but not being paid at the same time. Okay? I hope that is fine. Yeah, that is it, guys. In terms of missed payments, sometimes the questions that are gonna come, they will tell you that John missed payment number 8, 10th payment, 11th payment, 12th payment, what. That one we're gonna do it in just a second. But I hope we understand what happens when you miss payments. So there are questions like this, right? They are not in that book though. These are questions I came across when I was now teaching. When I started to teach, started to encounter questions such as this. Prince borrowed 8 million rands to buy a mansion. Prince borrowed 8 million rands to buy a mansion. Right? Now, he agreed to pay the loan over 6 years. The bank offered 16% per annum. Such a huge interest, compounded monthly. Okay. Sorry. So now then they ask you now to say, number 1, calculate his monthly installments. Calculate his monthly installments. Now guys, to get that one, the monthly installments for Prince, it's not gonna be difficult. You say P is equals to X into 1 minus 1 plus I to the power negative n, then you divide by I. Now P is gonna be the 8 million that is borrowed, and he pays you have to assume that I'm paying 1 month after the so meaning I'm not missing any payment. The interest is 0.16 divided by 12. How many payments must I make in 6 years? 6 times 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72. 72 payments that I must make. And then you divide by 12. So guys, you can calculate my monthly installments there. 8 million. 1, 2, 3. I want to build my mansion there. 0.16 over 12 all over 1 minus 1 plus 0.16 over 12 to the power of negative 72 close bracket. Ha! Ay, guys, will I be able to do it? So I must pay 173,534.72 per month. That's what I must pay per month. It's a lot, shame. But it's because I want to finish paying off the loan fast. So, guys, we can all agree that this money, it's a lot. It's a lot. So, due to financial difficulties, and we agreed that I must pay this. So due to financial difficulties, Prince could only make payment 4 months after being granted the loan. 4 months after being granted the loan. 4 months after being granted the loan. So if it is like that, if I could only make 4 payment after 4 months, they now say calculate his new monthly installments. Calculate his new monthly installments if he still wants to finish in 6 years. So now they want to know what should be the new monthly installments. Why do we have new monthly installments? Because once you miss payments, the loan is going to increase, and because the loan will increase, now you must pay more money to finish paying off that loan in the agreed time. You see, so they want to know there. So guys, how do you do it? Quite simple. You must grow the loan first. Understand that in total from T0 you have 6 years again, which is T72 here. But I could only pay 4 months after being granted the loan. That means, guys, I have missed the gap that is required. I was supposed to pay here, I didn't. Here, I didn't. Here, I didn't. And Mina, I could only pay here. Sorry. So how many payments have I missed? So we say missed payments is gonna be 3. So because I've missed 3 payments there, now understand that you must grow the loan. Remember, the loan was 8 million. It's gonna grow now. The new loan is gonna be P into 1 plus I to the power n. So it will be 8 million 1 plus 0,16. Remember, that was the interest rate. They grow it using the very same interest rate. So here we don't put negative, guys, we just say 3. We are growing the loan again. So you take that 8 million 1 plus 0,16 over 12, you say to the power of 3. You grow the loan. Now the loan is going to be 8,324,285,63. This is the new loan. And because that is the new loan, I'm gonna have to pay new monthly installments to settle it still in 6 years. So I say P is equals to X into 1 plus I to the power negative n. 1 minus 1 plus I to the power negative n all over I. The new loan is now 8,324,285,63. I want to know the new monthly installments, and then the interest 0,16 over 12 to the power of. How many payments must I make now? Remember, I was supposed to make 72. So you're gonna say 72 minus the 3 missed payments. So it will be 72 minus the 3 missed payment. Now you're gonna put 69 there. Please remember, guys, you put 69 there. Then you divide by 0,16 over 12. So please remember that your n is gonna be the total minus the missed payments. Then I can now get my new monthly installment. So it's gonna be 8,324,285,63 multiplied by 0,16 over 12, and then all over 1 minus 1 plus 0,16 over 12, and then to the power of minus 69. Then you close the bracket. Now check how much I'll be paying, guys. I'll be paying 185,277,22. Guys, that's how much I'll be paying now per month. How much was I paying before? Check. Before I was paying 173. But because I missed a payment, now I'm paying more. They're punishing me. Now I'm paying 185,000. Yeah, what? So guys, everything in life has a consequence. Now, what if the same question is phrased in this way? Let me take the same question. What if they tell you that due to financial difficulties, yes, Prince could only make payment 4 months after being granted the loan. Calculate how long. Now, let's say I don't want the bank to increase my monthly installments. If I don't want the bank to increase my monthly installments, listen carefully. If I don't want the bank to increase my monthly installments, I'm gonna tell the bank to say, I want to keep paying the same monthly installments. But you have to understand, the bank is gonna say, but you have to understand this. You are now going to take longer to cover the loan. You understand? So then I'm gonna ask the bank, so how long must I take to how long will I take to finish the loan? Then the bank starts doing calculations for you. So hence the question will say, calculate how many payments will he make? How many payments will he make to settle the loan? To settle the loan. Yeah, how long will it take to settle the loan? It's no longer gonna be 6 years, because now So guys, understand that there are two parts to the question. The first part is that there are missed payments, ne? And then the second part is that now we must calculate how long it will take to cover the new loan. So for the first part, the answer is still gonna be this one. For the first part, then the answer is still gonna be this. This is gonna be my answer there for the first part, for the fact that I missed payments. Then now I have to say P is equals to X into 1 minus 1 plus I to the power negative n all over I. So guys, the new value of the loan is 8,324,285,63. And then X now, I want to keep paying the original. I will be paying the original monthly installments, ne? Which is 173,534,72. So now I'm gonna say 1 minus 1 plus 0,16 over 12. Guys, then I'm gonna write negative n, because I don't know how long it will take me now to finish the loan, ne? I don't know how long it will take. All over 0,16 over 12. So to get the answer, you're gonna cross multiply so that you have 173,534,72, and then you have 1 minus 1 plus 0,16 over 12 to the power negative n is equals to 8,324,285,63 multiplied by 0,16 over 12. So good people, now you can divide both sides by this. 173,534,72, 173,534,72. Then guys, you can take 1 to the other side, so you'll have minus 1. No, like, okay, you take this to the right and take everything to the left. Take these to the left, so you'll have 1 minus 8,324,285,63. It's just about a lot of numbers here, and then you divide by 173,534,72 being equal to 1 plus 0,16 over 12 to the power negative n. Good. Then now guys, to get n, you're gonna use logs, ne? So you're simply gonna say negative n is gonna be log of the base. This is gonna be your base there, 1 plus 0,16 over 12, and then this is gonna be what you put in here. But you must get the answer, guys. I'm just writing it there. When I know you can simplify. Guys, if you do this, you will then be able to get negative n, then you divide by negative 1 both sides, then you get the number of payments. Those number of payments is how long now I will take to finish the loan. Okay, so I hope that is clear there in terms of that. I hope it's clear in terms of that. Now let's say you calculate n then. Let me put it in my calculator, in fact. So it's 1 minus 8,324,285,63 times 0,16 over 12, and then 173,534,72. Once you get the answer, you say log 1 plus 0,16 over 12 1 plus 0,16 over 12. Make sure you use the correct button for log answer. So I get a negative number, then I'm gonna divide by -1, guys. So the answer that I get, the answer that I get is gonna be n is equals to 77,046,88554. Now you always round up, therefore it means n is gonna be 78 payments or 78 months. If I say 78 divided by 12, then I'm gonna take 6.5 months, so that means I'm gonna take, no, not 6.5 months, 6.5 years. So instead of taking 6 years to settle this loan, now I'm gonna be taking 6 years and 6 months, you see, to settle the loan. But guys, what does these commas mean here? What does these commas mean? Please know that these commas, they mean that my final payment, that means that my final payment will be less than the installment. My final payment will be less than the installment. Okay? My final payment will be less than the installment. Remember, the installment, it should be 173,534. So it means my final payment is gonna be less because we rounded up so that it's 78, but it means by right the final payment will be less. Now they're gonna ask you guys to say what is the final payment. Definitely they will ask you, or calculate the final payment there. This is my last question with you on this thing, guys, and please listen carefully to how to calculate the final payment. So to get final payment, good people, you're simply gonna say, you're gonna use this to calculate the outstanding balance after 77 months. After 77 payments. And get this will indicate that comma something indicates the amount of months left for you to settle the loan. Okay. So you're gonna say P is equals to X 1 minus 1 plus I to the power negative n all over I. So now you're gonna use this one as your X. Still, your monthly installments, you're gonna use them as your X. So it's gonna be 173 534 72 0,16 over 12. Guys, for your n, please use these digits, but how you use them is that you say, just write the number, the whole number, you write it as 0. So you're gonna have 0 comma, and you take all the digits after the comma. You simply take all the digits after the comma, guys, so that you can get final payment. Then you're gonna divide by 0,16 over 12. So if you put it in your calculator, 173,534,72 into 1 minus 1 plus 0,16 over 12 to the power of negative the answer hoping it's not the answer. Is 0.046888554 all divided by 0.16 over 12. Okay guys, so my outstanding balance, this is called outstanding balance after the 77th payment, is your outstanding balance after the 77th payment. Okay, that's my outstanding balance. It's going to be, I will be left to pay 8,079, it's literally 8,00. So this is my outstanding balance after those 77 payments. So I have not answered the question because the question wants to know what will be my final payment. So guys, to get the final payment, you are simply gonna grow your loan, to get the final payment, you simply gonna take that outstanding balance, you just grow it by a month. That loan there, you just grow it by a month. So therefore the final payment will be, just take that 8078,00, just take it and grow it by a month. Grow it by a month, just 1 month. Always do that. Just grow it by a month to get the final payment. So you say answer into 1 plus 0.16 over 12 to the power of 1. So yeah, this is the final payment guys, 8,187,73. As you can see, it is smaller than the installments that I was paying, the 173,000. So guys, I hope that is clear that what we did here, we did questions whereby there were missed payments, then we did a question whereby due to the missed payments we got the new monthly installments. Then we did a question whereby we have missed payments but then the monthly installments still remain the same, so it means the period is gonna be longer. Then we got that period there to be we got it to be how much? To be 77,046 long. Then we rounded it up to just 78 payments. You always round up. Now the 0, the 77, something digits after the comma, those digits after the comma, we can use them to get the final payment, because they tell us that the final payment will be less than the installments. So you use that to get the outstanding balance after the 77 payments. Then you grow that outstanding balance by a month, then you get your final payment. So guys, I hope that this is clear. I hope that it is clear. If they say maybe someone was supposed to pay here and then they tell you that they missed the 28th payment, they missed the 29th payment, they missed the 30th payment and started to pay on T31, that's when they started to pay. Don't worry, what you're gonna do, you just say you count this 1, 2, 3 as your missed payments, and since those are missed payments, you calculate the outstanding balance on T27, the one, not T28. You calculate the outstanding balance at T27, OB at T27, meaning you're gonna say 60 minus 27, that will be your N, so that you get outstanding balance. But usually this one, that's where they like to use the formula for future value and growth to get the outstanding balance. That's when they like to use it. Then after they get the outstanding balance, they grow it over the missed payments. Then now you can calculate the new monthly installments. You see. So yeah, I hope though that we understand how to deal with missed payments. Yeah, missed payments. But then guys, it's not difficult at all. If you just follow what we said there, you're gonna be fine. Just do previous papers. Now I'm gonna send you questions to practice. I'm gonna send you the document for finance. Use it to practice those questions there. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. Then tomorrow we will continue, but we'll be looking at probability tomorrow as a drive to finish. Tomorrow is Wednesday. No, yeah, tomorrow is Wednesday. Probability, and then Thursday, hopefully we'll be doing revision there along with calculus there. But go to those recordings, right? In case you feel like this topic you're lacking on, just try to just revisit there, right? Yes, including functions, guys. So okay, let me see you guys tomorrow, right? And happy practicing. I'll send the document. Oh, the book was already sent. Thank you so much on Pilene. Yeah, thank you so much. So we'll send now the questions and then see you tomorrow. Have a good night.